All right, so I can't believe I didn't do the number of the week this week, but here it is. For this week, you actually get to do a little guessing as to whether you can figure out the number of the week. So play along with me here. The number of the week this week is the only perfect cube that is one less than a perfect square. So a perfect cubed, of course, is some number squared. So like 5 to the third is 125, and it's one less than a perfect square. So like 7 squared is 49. So one perfect cube that's one less than a perfect square. Not only that, it's the only prime power that differs from another prime power by exactly 1. So a prime power is a prime number like 7 to a power like 8. So 7 to the 8th is a prime power. And so two prime powers that are only 1 apart. It's one of two Fibonacci numbers that is a perfect cube. So we already said it's a perfect cube, but it's also a Fibonacci number. Of course, the Fibonacci number or a Fibonacci sequence starts with two ones, 1, 1, and then you just add up two numbers to get to the next number. So 1, 1, and then 2, and then 3, 5, and so on. And finally, the number of the week this week is the first number alphabetically in English, and it doesn't count using things like 100. That would be 100 actually. So pause the video for just a second, see if you can figure out what this number of the week is. Okay, now we're back. And so hopefully you came up with it. The number of the week is 8. And so here are the things that I just talked about. So Fibonacci sequence 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. We're adding up pairs of numbers to get the next one. And of course, 8 is on there, and 8 is a perfect cube, and it is one less than a perfect square. So 3 squared is 9, of course. What else? It's a prime power, and so it's 2 to the third. That's a prime power. And it differs from another prime power by 1, so 3 squared is a prime power. And of course, 8 starts with EI, and that beats other things like 11 and 4 and 5 and so forth that you might have thought of. And a couple other things just sort of fun about 8. Divisibility test for 8. It's divisible if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. So if you take a big number, 15,400, for example, it's divisible by 8 because you can take those last 3 digits and put 8 into it evenly. If you do 10 to the 8th, which is 1 with 8 zeros after it, subtract 8, and then divide by 8, you not only get an integer, but a prime integer. And then this number created out of 8 eighths, 8 to the 8th plus 88,888 divided by 8 is also prime. So that's sort of fun. So that's the number of the week. Sorry you had to wait until Friday to get it.